4-step method to high performance trading is about bulletproofing your daily routines, your executions, your skill set, your mindset, and your beliefs to execute your edge trading in live time. Building your discipline and confidence in live time is how you will be able to produce those results consistently over the long term. The 7-step daily routine for high performance traders is about developing your process, your habits, your mindset, your beliefs, your skill set to master the markets. Bulletproof yourself for success and consistency over the long term. The links are in the description box below. They're both free downloads. Let's get started. Good day, traders. Continuing on with our questions and answers from our previous module, going over questions from the community and then answering them in a short technical video. We'll keep these in a separate file so that traders can go back and review. The same concepts will apply to any market. And today's question is regarding oil on Thursday. Now, several traders commented oil had closed at the high of the week, and I had commented on there that Thursday, the previous week's Thursday's high, was in the crosshairs, and that was a bullish breakout. And so we're going to go back and review, again, simple concepts about understanding markets only do 3 things. But it's more about the mechanical understanding of how that applies to your trading setup. So I want to make one thing specifically very clear. I am not going there trying to figure out where I can get a trade. I'm looking for a rinse and repeat setup, whether that's a trend trade. So I had several traders comment and say, can you go over trend trades? And I went over that in previous videos, that I can be buying the low of the day on a reversal trade in line with the higher time frame trend. So although it's a reversal on the shorter time frame, we're actually trend trading on the higher time frame trend, the daily chart. But today's question was, can you please make a video on Thursday's oil, why you are bullish on oil, whereas the 10th April sellers could still short oil? Let's take a look at that chart. Before we do that, let's just review one more time. I mentioned specifically that I'm looking for my setup to come off the levels, whether that's low of month to high of day, low of day to high of month. But we can have markets that are in breakout and we're looking for trend trades. Now, here's the question that I always have for traders. Again, right at the top of the slide, what setup are you hunting? Now, I'm looking for very specific rinse and repeat setups in the New York session. And part of that is because I'm trying to focus on certain opportunities that will give me an entire range. There was another question, can you differentiate a range reversal from a range expansion? We'll do that today as well. And we're going to look at 3 different examples of markets, maybe 4 actually, of markets where coming back to 3 fundamental understandings of what markets actually do. Now, I want to keep repeating the phrase to each one of you. Which setup are you hunting? Because if you're asking me questions about how to interpret or read a market, I'm not interested, because I'm not trying to go there and get a move on a market. I'm looking for specific repeatable setups, which we go over in every single video. Now, markets only do 3 things. They break out, they pull back, and they continue to trend. Number 1. Number 2, they break out, they fail, and they reverse. We'll look at 2 exact specific examples of this, and why it's important for traders to step back and actually understand the big picture. And then number 3, they stay in a trading range, whether that's on the higher time frame or on the smaller time frame. Now let's take a look at oil and just go back, number 1, to the daily chart. Now at the beginning of the month, oil breaks out from the previous monthly low. It breaks out and closes in breakout at the beginning of the first week. So this large bar right here is the Friday closing out the week. And that puts in our low of month and low of week level. Week 1. Now week 2, we have a market that breaks out again and reverses. And we have a large bullish candle engulfing. But more importantly, when it closes on Friday, which is our little inside bar here, signal day, it closes back inside the low of week 1. So let's just repeat that. The market breaks out beginning of the new month, closes in breakout. The new week opens on Monday. Tuesday closes in breakout. Remember last video we talked about essentially 3 things that markets are doing. Traders will also recognize this potentially as a signal day because it closed in breakout at the extreme traders from the master class. Now, we talked about this last day. When markets break out, you have three scenarios essentially. They either break out on the day, they've been in consolidation on the daily time frame, and they break out. They break out during the day. They may have closed in breakout on the daily time frame. They're already in breakout. So we come to the market just as we just saw in oil. Tuesday closed in breakout. Now, what does it do on the day? Or we have a day and a session. So we have a daily time frame that's in consolidation inside of the previous day's highs and lows. And it's inside on the day as well. Now we focus on a primary fundamental understanding. Regardless of how long it takes, most breakouts will fail. In the short time frame, do we have opportunities that are either in line with the breakout, which i.e. is the trend trade, or number two, it fails and it's a reversal opportunity in the session that you're trading. Now, this is what's paramount because traders are forgetting the bigger picture when they come to the screen and they're staring at the day itself and not looking at the bigger picture. So just quick review again. We closed in breakout, low of the week, low of the month. New week starts, pins the low, but breaks out on Tuesday, reverses on Wednesday, and closes back inside of the range at the end of the week with an inside day, which is a signal day on Friday. Again, the inside day, page 69 in the playbook. False break reversal opportunities or trend trades. Now, let's take a look in the new week what happened with oil. Now, we're looking at the 1 hour chart. Friday was the inside day. Monday broke out. So remember what we talked about, the three things that markets do. Monday broke out and it reversed. But here's what happens. When Monday breaks out, guess what? Friday's low of day level is a potential target now if it's a failed breakout. Why is that? Because if they have traders trapped on the wrong side of the market, they're going to reverse and go back to the other side. Why is that? To get the money. Now, what's happened as we work our way through day one, day two, inside day again on Tuesday. Tuesday's an inside day. We trade down on Wednesday, break out and reverse on Wednesday, the midpoint range of the week, and close in breakout. Now, this was a shortened week because we had Good Friday. But here's the thing. Friday's low of day is still intact. Remember, that was our inside day. We're sitting above the original low of week level that was established on week one, the low of month. Okay, we've broken out of the inside day on Friday, on Monday, making a higher high, dumping down, taking out the low of Tuesday, the inside day, and closing in breakout. What that means at this stage is that Monday's breakout of Friday's inside day is still intact. Traders on any time frame that are long on the break of the inside day on Friday are still not stopped out. Now, this is what happened on Friday. We broke out, on Thursday. Good Friday was the shortened trading week. We broke out and pulled back to the high of day level. That is not a false break reversal. Now, traders were saying, well, we're going to the high of the week. This is going to dump down. And I said to them, this is targeting the previous high of week level. Now, if we shorten this up and look back, we see Thursday's high of day is in the crosshairs of that market now in breakout. They hadn't gone there just quite yet, but also the high of the previous Monday. Now, as we head into our 10 a.m. hour, this market has made a high of day level, and you'll recognize our pattern. Again, there's only two signals that I'm looking for, dump and pump or pump and dump, and we can see clearly that the market has put in a high and dumped into our 10 a.m. hour. Little engulfment, and 10:30 a.m. this market goes parabolic vertically back through the high of week. We can put our basic model for trade entry criteria. This is a 15-minute chart, and we have a beautiful coil for the explosive move back through the high of the week. So again, understanding the breakout in this particular case of Monday on Friday's high of day level has not failed. It's continued, closed in breakout on the Wednesday, coiled into our 10 a.m. third hour opportunity for the explosive trend trade back through the high of the week. Now, here's the thing. You can hunt soups, gaps, sweeps, runs, arrays, premiums, discounts, but here's a simple way to look at things. We have a market that broke out of the previous Friday. It closed as a first red day. we had an inside day on Tuesday, and it opened on a gap on Wednesday. But guess what? We're back inside of Friday's high and low of day level. We have a market at the New York Open that's dumped down and pumped up. We had a Powell speech again later in the day. But this is on the 1 hour chart. But this market now, this breakout, and if we just go back to the original breakout right at the end of the day on Friday, we have a market that's now back inside of Friday's range. And as I said, if the breakout fails, where is the money? Well, the first place they went to was the New York session lows. U.S. index, right? New York session U.S. index makes highs and lows. First place it goes is after the money. It cleared out the New York session lows, pulled back into Thursday, the close on a shortened holiday week, and gave an inside day, another signal day. We open up the week and breakout immediately. So we already have breakout traders in the market, but more importantly, potentially targeting the lows from last Thursday, Friday. Where is the money? Failed breakout. Monday's breakout of Friday's range has failed at this stage. It rolls over on Wednesday, taking out the New York session lows, continues into today's session, taking out Friday's low of day level and Thursday's low of day level. Where is the money? Now, remember, the thing that I'm going to keep mentioning is what setup are you hunting? If this isn't your setup, it's irrelevant. But we had a signal day on Tuesday as well as Thursday. We had a market that broke out on Monday, gave a first red day signal, coiled sideways, broke down, pumped up just before Powell, pulling back, pin hammer, and collapsing down through the New York session lows. A market that has broken out and failed and reversing now, heading into Monday opening range in a new week. And just in line with that, Sean had an excellent question regarding first red day, because I've spoken specifically about taking trades from levels if they present in my session. And this is an excellent question because Sean has recognized where we see first red day trades that aren't at levels, that are back inside of a range, pulling back into a first red day or a first green day before moving in the direction of that trade. Now we'll look at an example that Sean has posted, because I asked him specifically to give me some examples because I wanted to point some things out. And this is what's important again about understanding when markets break out. And as I mentioned to Sean in this after looking at the screenshot, that the breakout day is the trap. Now let's take a look at the example that Sean sent me. And remember, we're talking specifically about when markets break out. So we're looking at the pound New Zealand daily. Now just for simplicity's sake, remember we have the high of the previous month, and visually observing, number one, a market that broke out on the very first day. We'll talk specifically about the day that Sean's referencing. Traders from the ACB Masterclass will recognize a potential opportunity on this day, but then also recognizing the stop hunt back into the breakout. 1, 2, 3 lower closes. So we talked about this in the previous video. Are you inside of the month when it starts, or are you outside? So if you're following one specific basket of instruments, you can be targeting first red day, first green day, depending on how a market sets up. We have a market that closed in breakout on the Thursday. If we just bring our high of month level up, because this market made a higher high and then it exploded on the Thursday, closing in breakout. So we have a market that has broken out and then pulled back and closed in breakout through the high of month level after breaking low of day levels. Breaking low of day levels on the inside now gives us lower lows. Lower lows on the inside is a potential setup for a pump and dump. The close in breakout brings this instrument up on our watch list. So we have a signal, it's closed in breakout. And Sean's question was twofold, I believe, in that it closed in breakout. It didn't go to the previous day's high of day level before the trade was taken. Now, this is where it's important to recognize that the breakout is either going to succeed or fail, as we saw on oil. Now, in this particular case, the high of the previous day before the market closed in breakout is the level. That is the level. That's what's important. Then we have our Monday. We'll just designate our pin bar. That's our Monday, and we'll just write that. That forms our low of week level. Now you can see our first red day has gone straight down to the low of the week. Day 1, day 2, day 3, reset. Day 1, day 2, closing in breakout and reversing on Friday, taking out the low of week level and closing back in range. But Monday opens up underneath of that level itself. And that's the opportunity potentially for the continuation trade back in line with where is the money. So my answer to that question is that there are always levels there. Now we'll zoom in on a smaller time frame here, but that's why it's important, because you're not going to get to the level, obviously, of a high of day or low of day level, but you're still at a level. That's the low of week level, which now on a new Monday can become the high of session, high of day, high of week level, as we're targeting the low of the month from the first week back to where that breakout failed at the high of month back to the low of month level. On the Monday, we break down right away before pumping up, coiling sideways into our Europe Open. Again, just simple basic model for trade entry criteria, timings, levels, behavior of price. We've already put a peak formation in the Asian window into our previous Monday's low of week level. Thesis being this is going to continue now towards the low of month level and go after the money. Now, whether or not traders take this trade is entirely up to them. Low-hanging fruit, page 96 in the playbook, entirely their prerogative, but this is an opportunity in line with the existing trade. So some traders may have taken money and left a trailer. This trade is still in process. So there are always levels in place if you understand the higher time frame. And then also, where is the money? And we have a higher time frame signal driving this opportunity, the pump in Asia, the coil sideways into our new timing window, new week, underneath the low of week from the previous weekly level towards the low of month level. Stick to the basics, traders. Markets that break out can fail. If it closes in breakout, what type of template do we have? Is it setting up for a trend trade or reversal trade? Now that trend trade on a higher time frame can also be a reversal template opportunity. Markets only do three things. And when they break out, it gives us a signal, whether it's on the day, whether it's closed in breakout. But if it's in consolidation on the higher time frame and on the smaller time frame, I'm waiting for that market to give me a signal. And then whether or not it sets up into the session that I'm trading, understanding the higher time frame levels, and we're looking for opportunities that give us asymmetrical risk reward. Keep it simple. Great questions, traders. Thank you. We'll answer the next question in the next video. Have a great day, and may the markets go with you.